Okay, hello everyone. This is Glen Hopkins, and as you know, the topic for today is the four-step formula to earning $10,000 per month online, and how missing just one of them will keep you in the poorhouse. So it is the top of the hour, so I want to welcome you to the workshop. Before we do anything, can you guys let me know, can everybody hear me? If you could just type a yes in the chat box, I'd appreciate it. Can you guys hear me? If you could just let me know if you could hear me, I would appreciate it. I can hear you guys. Excellent. Okay, great. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, folks, this will be a content-rich training, so if you haven't already done so, I want you to eliminate all distractions that may be something that might disrupt you in the next 90 minutes, okay? So this means turn off your email notifications, log off of your Facebook, shut down your Skype or any other chat software that you may be using. If you have a phone, silence your phone. Please don't be texting during the webinar. I surely won't be. And make sure that you're in a quiet place. If you're in a room with a door on it, please shut the door and grab a pen and a pad of paper, because this is going to be an incredible webinar. I'm going to be sharing some amazing content with you today, and you're definitely going to want to be taking some notes. So just a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to be giving you a free gift worth $97, showing you step by step exactly how to turn your freebie-seeking subscribers into paying customers just minutes after visiting your website. Now, I'm going to get more into this in a bit, but for now, just know that having your own list of buyers is hands down the absolute best kind of email list that you can have. If I had a choice of 500 buyers on a list versus 500,000 subscribers, without hesitation I'd take the buyers list, and that's because people on that list, on the buyers list, have all put up their hands and said two things. They said that they have the ability and the willingness to pay you money. That is, they have a credit card and they're willing to use it. And we know they're willing to use it because they've used it already before. That's how they got on your buyers list. Okay? So, and I have an hour-long training that I did for my Inner Circle students explaining how you can do just that, turn your subscribers into buyers in just minutes. So all you have to do in order to get that is stay on the line until the end of this training, and I'll tell you where you can download it. And there are no strings attached either. It will be yours absolutely free. So Net Success Systems is the name of my company, and here you can see me in a shot with some of my coaching clients. And just to address the elephant in the room, guys, I'll let you know now that yes, I will be, oops, I flipped the screen there. Sorry about that. I just want to let you guys know up front that I will in fact have an offer for you near the end of today's presentation. However, you will not hear that offer until I first thoroughly and completely delivered on my promise to you. And again, that's to show you my proven system for earning $10,000 per month online in the next 3 to 6 months. And by the way, this is the exact same system that I use in my business today. And it's the same process that many of my personal mentoring students are using to earn full-time incomes online. And, most importantly, it's the exact same process that I would recommend to my mother if she came to me tomorrow and asked me to show her the quickest and easiest way to earn $10K per month online. So yes, indeed, this is the way to do it. And after I thoroughly teach you this process, there will be an opportunity for a few people on this call to partner up with me so that we can immediately start putting this system to work for you, okay? And I'd like to say that my goal with Net Success Systems is to provide you with an affordable marketing, education, and support system that will better equip you to start and grow a profitable online marketing business, a business that will be making you more sales, build big profitable lists, and in turn put more money into your pocket. So That's the goal. Now, I'd like to start this webinar by kind of taking a temperature of the people that we have here in the room. So I'm going to launch a poll for you, okay? Just give me a moment. Okay, you should see that poll on your screen now. The question is, do you feel 100% confident that the current process you are following, if any, will get you to $10,000 per month in the next 3 to 6 months? Now, there are two different ways you can respond to this poll, depending on the system that you're using. You can click the answer directly on the screen, or if for some reason you're not seeing that option available, just go ahead and type the answer to that question in the chat box. So you can type yes, no, or I don't know. Okay, so if you do me a favor and take care of that now, I'd appreciate it. Okay, and just give you a few more seconds here, folks. Go ahead and answer yes, no, or I don't know. Do you guys see that now? Sorry, don't think I launched it. I just selected it but didn't launch it. There we go. Excellent. Thank you, folks. I see them coming in. Again, just answer yes, no, or I don't know. I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay, has everyone typed it in? Excellent. Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to close that up. All right, so let's see the results here. So we've got 7% saying yes, 64% said no, and 29% said I don't know. Okay, so cool. It looks like we have the right group of people here on the webinar with us. So that means about 93% of the people here either said no or I don't know if I have confidence in my current plan. And the other 7% said yes, I do have full confidence that the current business plan I am following can and will get me closer to 10K a month in the next 3 to 6 months. Great. Okay, so here's my promise to all three groups of the people who answered this question. If you said no or I don't know, I'm certainly going to show you a plan that you can be 100% confident in. All right? And if you said yes, I will say that my goal here is to increase your level of skill to the next level. I want you to walk away with more clarity and more focus than you might have right now. And I want you to walk away with the awareness of what it takes to be more productive in your business on a day-to-day basis. So that's my goal for this time that we have together here. So thanks again, folks, for answering that. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so what can you expect? Well, on this webinar, I am going to show you in about 90 minutes exactly how to build an online business that will bring you $10,000 per month in profit in the next 3 to 6 months. So imagine 3 months from right now having an extra $10,000 per month to spend however you want. Okay, well, I'm going to give you my exact step-by-step process so that you can make this happen. All right, the formula I'm going to give you is tried and true, and if you follow along carefully, you'll basically be able to plug and play to grow your business to that level. Okay, so my question is that why you're here? Okay, if you could do me a favor, just go ahead right now in the chat or the questions field and type in heck yes, that's why I'm here. I want you to teach me how to make a business earning $10,000 per month online. Okay, type yes for me if that's why you're here. Excellent. Okay, by the way, tons of responses are coming in right now. But heck yes, yes, yeah, yes baby, yeah, heck yeah, let's do it, yes, let's roll. Wow. Okay, this thing just lit up like crazy. There's no doubt in my mind that I have the right audience here on the webinar today. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step here. So First of all, several people on this webinar already know who I am, but there are some people here that may not have heard about me before. This may be the first time hearing of me. So for those of you who don't know me yet, let me just give you a very quick background on myself here. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I really don't like talking about myself that much, to be honest, and we've got a lot more important stuff to cover here on the webinar. So let's do this quickly. In fact, you know, guys, the only reason for the next few slides here is to let you know that I am indeed a real person, and that if I can make this formula work without any special skills or experience, then so can you. All right? So here we go. I've been working online for 12 years and counting, and during that time I've developed several six-figure businesses that all run virtually on autopilot. And over the years I've continued to learn and be mentored by many of the best people out there. All right? Over the years, I've sold millions of dollars in products and services online. IamReportCard.com, and my students unanimously gave me and my training top grades, awarding me with an A-, which is not bad at all, considering the grading process is completely unbiased. Okay? These folks went there on their own accord. I didn't encourage them or ask them to, and gave me a grading of A-. So I was very pleased to see that. It still makes me feel very good to this day. I created the net's very first co-registration service where I help the who's who of the internet marketing world build their email lists. If there's a guru out there that you know, chances are I helped them build their email list. In fact, at its height, I was producing over 200,000 double opt-in leads per month for my clients. I also authored the #1 best-selling books, Lucrative List Building and Confessions of an Online Marketer. I've sold out private workshops where people have paid me $4,000 per seat to attend those workshops. And I've had the opportunity to coach hundreds of students to their business success, and quite frankly, a whole lot more. If you're not familiar with me, feel free to open up a browser window at any time, other than right now. Of course, we want to keep you focused on the webinar. But just open up a browser window and Google my name, and you can see for yourself that I'm a real guy with some real results that I think you'll be happy to see. Okay? In fact, you know, we're probably much alike. My primary motivation in life and in business is my family. And here you can see at the top left of the screen is a picture of my son and myself, Kyle, or pardon me, my son Kyle and myself while vacationing in Hawaii. And there I am on the right-hand side with my son Connor, just after a basketball game. You know, my kids and my wife Maria, they keep me very grounded and focused on what really matters in life. And a big part of that, for me, is helping others succeed. I mean, I really get a kick out of knowing that I've helped another person in some small way better their life. There at the bottom left is a shot of me with my beautiful wife, Maria. And a shot at the bottom right was taken in 2008 after getting married on the beach in Hawaii. Hawaii is one of our favorite places to holiday. In fact, we just got back from Hawaii a couple of weeks ago. So if you want to check out a few photos of Hawaii and our family vacation, if you're at all interested, I don't know. But you can check out my Facebook profile. I've got a bunch up there. So again, guys, I'm a regular guy who loves his family and was lucky enough to get into the lucrative world of information marketing. And if you're on this call, chances are you want similar things, namely an internet business that allows you to work from wherever you wish, making more money and giving you more time and freedom to spend with your friends and family, and basically, well, do whatever in your life that makes you happy, okay? And I can help you do just that. I'm going to show you here just a few testimonials from some students that I've coached. Here's a testimonial from Frank Souza, who's the creator of Traffic Geyser. Many of you know Traffic Geyser. And I'm not going to go and read all of these testimonials here because it would take far too long, but if you guys want to look them up and read them yourselves, you can definitely find them all online. Just do a search on Google or YouTube and you'll find these. But it would take too much time. Maybe I can just read a couple of headlines. Frank says you'd be crazy not to do it, to work with Glen. Here's Colin McDougall, one tip alone, quadrupled my income. Rebecca Kempel, Okay, I increased my list by 100%. Terry Wallace, Tim Brocklehurst, Dan Kelly, Tim Winston, Bob Jenkins, Todd Heitner, Martin Salter, Kevin Nations. Kevin's a great guy, by the way. I've done some great training with Kevin. He's trained me as well. He's been one of my mentors over the years, and it's kind of interesting how you go back and forth mentoring each other. Kevin's a phenomenal mentor. But I've also had a number of other high-level information marketers endorse my coaching, including Matt Basak, Alex Jeffries, there's Simon Leung, Mike Filsame, another one of my mentors, Michael Cheney, and Tom Beal. And also, as you can see, the grandfather of internet marketing himself, Mr. Mark Joyner. Actually, Mark wrote the foreword on my book, Lucrative List Building. Okay, so that's enough family photo time, I think, and horn tooting for now. Let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Oh, sorry, folks. Got a little ahead of myself. There we go. Okay, so I'm only telling you guys this and these things in this presentation. Sorry, my dog just walked in the room and totally distracted me. Sorry. Okay, so I was saying that I'm only telling you these things because in this presentation, I will be sharing with you some truths about what it takes to do well in this industry. You know, that are contrary to what a lot of the so-called gurus are teaching you. And unless I tell you about some of the successes that I've had, you may not take what I share with you as seriously as you should, and you know, give it the type of value that you really should. Everything I'm about to show you, I've discovered through years and years of painful and very expensive trial and error. None of it is based on theory. None of it whatsoever is based on theory. And if you listen closely for the next 90 minutes, this training can save you years of your life and tens of thousands of dollars, just like it cost me to discover. Literally tens of thousands of dollars. Now, I can't stress enough how important it is that you eliminate all distractions and pay close attention to what I am about to share with you, because you're about in the next hour or so, I am going to teach you stuff that has been directly responsible for millions of dollars in sales being sold online today. So who's ready to go ahead and dive into the training? Just go ahead and type yes in the chat box if you are ready. Excellent. Thanks, folks. Okay, so let's start with the big picture and the magic formula. In order to create a successful online business, the kind of business, you need just two pieces, okay? You need a proven system and expert direction. A proven system and expert direction is going to give you online success. Remember that, okay? You see, in its simplest form, what do you need in order to make a sale online? Well, you need two things. You need something to sell and someone to buy it. But without a proven system and expert direction, it doesn't matter how great a product you might have, or even if hundreds of thousands of people are in need of it, okay? If you don't have a proven system and expert direction, your chances of succeeding are going to be minimal, okay? So let's assume for now that you have something to sell, and even if you don't, that's okay for now, all right? Let's go ahead and break it down. Let's break down the actual buying process into baby steps, and there's 8 of them, okay? The first thing is you want to get them onto your list, and that's part of what's called your lead magnet and capture process. Step 2 is you're going to get them to actually read your emails, okay? That's your front-end sales funnel, okay, and your email follow-up. Step 3, you want to get them to actually click on a link in one of those follow-ups, all right? Again, this is part of your front-end sales funnel. Step 4 is to read or watch your sales presentation and hopefully take action on that. And again, that's your front-end sales funnel. Step 5 is to click on the order links, front-end sales funnel. Step 6, get them to commit to buy your product. Again, front-end sales funnel. Step 7 is to complete the transaction in your front-end sales funnel, and step 8 is to get them to buy again. And that's part of your back-end sales funnel. So there are things that need to be done here in order to complete each step successfully, okay? So what we're going to do right now is get into the meat of this, all right? So there's my fancy way of reminding myself to switch to the outline. So just give me 1 sec here. Sorry, folks, I just want to make sure you're seeing the right thing. All right, you guys should be seeing the outline now. You might want to type in yes in the chat box, just to confirm. Excellent, thanks. Okay, guys. All right, so let's walk through this 4-step process, all right? Now, the first thing I want to show you just really quick is an image of a sales funnel, okay? Because I'm a very visual person, and sometimes seeing the image is better. I got to switch the screen here for a sec again. All right, you guys should see that now. Maybe I'll move it over a little bit. There we go. All right, so you can see here up at the top, you've got the front end offer. People are going to say yes or no to that. If they say no, you immediately put them into a follow-up, which drives them to the upsell one, which is your main offer that you want to sell them. Okay, you could also drive them back to the front end offer. We can get more into detail on that a little bit later. But the idea here is you have a front end offer. They're going to say yes or no. If they say yes, you drive them to the first upsell. If they say yes to that, you drive them to the second upsell. If they say yes to that, you drive them into your back end, which is typically going to be your membership area. And once they're on your back end, they're added to a new email list where you can start selling them affiliate products. You can sell them other people's products, and of course, you can sell them your bigger back end, such as coaching programs, workshops, webinars, live events, mentoring, masterminds, whatever the case might be. There's all sorts of different opportunity there, as long as you're adding value to them. And the only way you know if you're adding value is to ask them what they are looking for. And one of the key ways to do that, by the way, is surveying your buyers and your subscribers. Okay, so that's the yes path that they would take. If they say no to upsell 1, you present them with downsell 1. If they say yes to that, you go back up to upsell 2 and through into the back end. If they say no to downsell 1, you pop them into your follow-up series and again put them through the entire process. Okay, it's pretty straightforward, and I'm going to walk through each one of these in detail right now for you. Just got to flip my screen over again. All right, so here we are. So you just saw the image of the sales funnel. So the first step is going to be your lead magnet, okay? And your lead magnet is what you offer in exchange for permission to email, okay? So it's an ethical bribe is what it's often called, a bonus or something of that nature, something that you give your prospect in exchange for their email address and for permission to email them, all right? Now, this is your first impression that your prospect is going to have of you, so you have to be very careful that you position it correctly by giving them something of true value, okay? You don't want to be offering any type of PLR or anything garbagey. It has to be top-notch, top quality because, again, first impressions count, all right? And it needs to be branded to you because you are indeed branding yourself. People, are much more comfortable buying from those who they know, like, and trust. So it's really important that you start to build rapport from the get-go, okay? So you brand it to yourself and you make that good first impression, all right? And of course it needs to pre-sell the offer, all right? So what I'm saying here, folks, is your lead magnet has to be related to, strongly related in correlation to your first upsell, all right? It needs to pre-sell that upsell. So in other words, as an example, your lead magnet might be something like a special report, all right? And that special report will be a pre-sell into the first upsell, all right? Because a lot of people are not going to buy immediately after opting in and getting the report and taking to the first upsell. They're not going to buy. Some people will, some people won't. Those that won't are going to have the report, and your goal is to get them to read it through your follow-up emails, okay? They're going to read that report, and that report, again, is going to pre-sell them and bring them back into the sales funnel, okay? So that's how the lead magnet works. It's very important, again, that it's done well. Now, the lead capture process is your opt-in page, or your squeeze page as they're often called, okay? This squeeze page should always be testing at least 2 different versions, if not 3. You can get simple A/B split testers that will do this for you. You can actually use Google Analytics to do it for free, or you can there's some other free ones out there as well, or you can purchase some relatively cheap software to do this for you. But in any case, you need to find an A/B split testing software to ensure that you're split testing at least 2 squeeze pages, okay? At least 2, if not 3. And you can split test the overall look and feel of the squeeze page, the format of it, or, well, let me back up. The first thing I would do is I would split test the overall format of the squeeze page. So squeeze page A might be, you know, a big headline at the top with a couple of bullet points, then an arrow pointing to a box asking them to opt in. The second format might be a video type squeeze page where there's a video of you demonstrating what they're going to get, or maybe an image of what they're going to get, and an opt-in form. So there's sort of different layouts. So that's the first thing you might want to test to see which layout converts the best. Once you've determined which layout converts the best, take that winning layout and now adjust some of the elements on it. So let's say the first one won, all right? So split test, or pardon me, squeeze page number A1, where it had the big headline at the top with the arrow down into the opt-in box. Let's say that one won. So what you'd want to split test next is the headline, okay? The headline's a very big one to split test, all right? So those are the first 2 things that I would always split test, and you can go much further than that and into much more detail. But by all means, always split test, because if you don't know your numbers, you're flying in the dark, and you really need to know your conversion numbers, and it means more and more as you go down and through the sales funnel and in your marketing campaigns, because if you're buying traffic and driving traffic to your pages, you need to know your conversion rates so that you don't lose your shirt. And if you've got JVs mailing for you, you need to know your conversion rates and your EPCs so that you can give them an incentive to want to mail. Because if your conversions suck or your EPCs suck, they're not going to want to mail for you. So you need to know those numbers, and it's very easy to do. So be sure you do that. Okay. So like I said here, the higher it converts, the better. All right. So looking at the front-end sales funnel, this is where we get a bit more into the meat of it. Let's close up some of these so we don't get too ahead of ourselves. So looking at the offers, you need to have more than one offer, okay? You need to have a front-end offer and a low-ticket upsell and a low-ticket downsell and continuity. So I'm going to get into a little bit of each of these first. The idea here with your front-end offer is you want to keep it fairly low-ticket. Now, in this case, let's say that the front-end offer is actually nothing more than the lead magnet, okay? So if it's the lead magnet, it's going to be free, all right? You get them to opt in, and then you drive them to upsell number 1, and that's going to be your low-ticket front-end offer. Now, low-ticket meaning anywhere from $5 to, in and around $27. Depending on your market, it might even be $97, okay? But the idea of the low-ticket offer is to lower the barrier of entry, okay? These people, many of these people, these prospects coming to your site, they don't know you yet. And if they don't know you, that means chances are they don't trust you, all right? So you need to be able to build some credibility with them. You need to be able to build some rapport, and you need to be able to lower the barrier of entry. Somebody that doesn't know you, chances of them, whipping out their credit card and spending large sums of money with you are slim to none until they get to know, like, and trust you, okay? However, if they don't know you and you're asking them for $5, it's not that much risk for them, so they're much more apt to do it. So that's going to be your low-ticket upsell number 1. If they don't take that upsell, say you have it at $27, you're going to offer them a downsell, which will be very similar to that first product, minus maybe a bonus or something as the downsell. And the downsell, you might knock $10 off. So your upsell was 27 bucks. They didn't take it. You bring them to the downsell, which would be something like $17, and it would be the same product minus maybe part of the bonus that was attached to it. All right. Then the next upsell from there is the continuity program. And this is really key. Continuity is where the money is, folks. All right. It's one of the areas where the money is. Continuity is king. You've heard that before, and for good reason. Continuity gives you predictable income. It means you're going to get a recurring billing coming in month after month. And the beauty of continuity is you sell them once and they pay you forever. Well, it's never forever really, but they pay you for months and months on end, if not years on end. Every single month you get a payment, and it's recurring, it's predictable, and it creates cash flow, which is something you need in your business. If you want to be setting up marketing campaigns and traffic campaigns, you need to have some cash flow. And having that predictable income coming in through that continuity program is absolutely key. So you want to set up yourself some sort of continuity program, a membership site of some sort, CD of the month, that you see a lot of PLR of the month type clubs, mastermind groups. There's all sorts of different opportunities for continuity, and you definitely need to set that up. Okay, so the front end offer is what turns them into a buyer. Okay, and the setup sell offers to teach them how to buy. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to teach them how to buy from you and be comfortable doing so. Okay, and once they do that, again, like I said earlier, it's going to fund your advertising. So the whole idea of getting money up front is so you can take that money and reinvest it back into your business. That's what's called a funded proposal. Now, it's important that the low margins that you typically have when promoting affiliate products make it hard to be profitable, okay? And that's why it's good to have your own products, or even better yet, have the ability to increase your margins with someone else's products. And we can talk more about that a little bit later on in the presentation here, but so many people talk about starting off with affiliate marketing because it's so easy and it's so great. And sure, there are some benefits to affiliate marketing. I do some of it my own. However, I strongly believe that if you want to build a real business and make real money online, you need to have your own products, because your margins are much larger when you have your own products. You're earning 100%, and if you've got affiliates promoting for you, you're earning at least 50%, right? And these people, these affiliates, are working for you. They're out there, they're buying the traffic, and they're sending the traffic to you for free. And that's very, very powerful. It's leverageable and scalable, which affiliate marketing really is not, all right? So I want to teach you here how to build a real business. And if you want to build a real business, you need to have your own products, okay? Now, you always want to over-deliver, okay? And you want to over-deliver, you do always want to over-deliver, but you also want to deliver on your promise immediately. And what I mean by that is when somebody opts in for your special report or whatever your lead magnet is, make sure you give that to them right away. Make sure you send it to them in an email, and make sure they land on that page after going through your sales funnel. If they buy something from you, same process. Make sure you email them the link to download and take them to the download thank you page immediately, all right? This is of key importance because, again, you want to deliver on your promise. You're building credibility here, folks, and the best way to do that is to show people and let them know, too. Let them know verbally by saying, congratulations on making your purchase. As promised, here is the product I told you I would give you, all right? Remind them that you're fulfilling on your promise. This is really key because later on down the road, you want them to feel comfortable knowing that if they purchase from you again, you are going to deliver on what you said you would deliver. Now, I've also got a note here and alluded to, you want to over-deliver, all right? I personally always over-deliver at least 10 times, if not 100 times more in value than what my customers give me. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Make your customers ecstatic that they purchase from you. Make them have absolutely no regrets. Make them say, wow, this guy's amazing. I can't believe that I purchased this and he gave me all of that. This guy's amazing. I love him. I trust him. Obviously, he delivers on his promise. That's what you want your customers to think when they're dealing with you. And it's not that hard to do. So again, I really encourage that you over-deliver. All right, so let's look at the email follow-up. Now, the email follow-up, you want to have a minimum of 7 follow-up email. I don't know why this is. Scientifically, though, I've read it a number of times in different reports and studies that 7 seems to be the magic number. You know, I guess it takes time to build some rapport with your audience, and many people, they need to see your message at least 7 times before they actually feel comfortable enough to take action. Again, it all goes back to that know, like, and trust. And, you know, guys, you see this everywhere. When you look around at, you know, advertising, you know, Coca-Cola is an example. You see advertising for Coca-Cola everywhere. You see it on the TV, you see it on the internet, you see it on the billboards at sporting events, you see it on the Coke machines in schools and in restaurants. You see the Coca-Cola sign everywhere. And it's branding, and companies know very well that you need to be, their prospects need to be comfortable seeing their name everywhere. And the more that you see it, the more top of mind awareness there is. And it becomes the go-to product for you when you're in need of, say, a drink or a soda pop. The go-to thing for you is going to be Coke, because that's typically what most people see most often. All right, so think about that and make sure that you've got a minimum of 7 follow-up emails. Now, each email should highlight one selling point. So how do you do that? Well, what you do is you want to look at your offer on your sales page. Now, on your sales page, if you've done your copywriting correctly, or if you had a copywriter doing it for you, you're going to have a series of bullet points highlighting the key benefits of your product or service. And what I want you to do is pick out the top 7 key benefits. Okay, those are key selling points, and you can write each one of your 7 emails based on those 7 benefits. Okay, makes sense? Now, telling stories, asking questions, those are great ways to engage your audience. You can create open loops, or as you call them, cliffhangers, where you leave people at the end of the email wanting more. Now, a good example of this, if you watch any type of television, you know, dramatic type series, typically they leave you wanting more. It's a continuation of the story, and they say, you know, next week this is what's going to happen, and, you know, get ready for next week. It's going to be really exciting. But they don't give it all to you, just sort of snippets of it, getting you really excited. And that's the key here, is to create those open loops in your email so that your readership is looking forward to seeing your next email. And when it does come in, they're anxious to read it. They're not going to just hit delete like they do with so many other emails coming in through their inbox. And you know as well as I do, people are inundated with emails, so you want to make sure your emails stand out. So again, tell stories, ask questions, and create some open loops or cliffhangers. All right? Now, the number 1 rule with email follow-up and email marketing is don't be boring, okay? Boring is death. Don't be the same as everyone else. Try and stand out. Again, because if you're doing the same thing as everyone else, people are going to tune out, okay? They've already seen what everyone else has said, and reading what you're saying the same way, same format, same layout, same wording, it's boring. So make sure you do something different to stand out, okay? If people are bored, they're not going to open your emails. Now, each email, should go without saying, should be relevant, all right? You need your email to be relevant, and the easiest way to do that is to go back to the earlier point where I said select 7 key selling points from your sales letter, 7 key benefits. Those are relevant to what you're talking about, and you're trying to direct them back to that sales page. So make it highly relevant, and that's the best way to pre-sell your audience to get them prepared to purchase once they hit your sales letter. All right. Now, each series should be a separate, or sent to a separate segment to your list. Okay. Now, on Aweber, they've got what's called automation rules. I don't know what they call it in other autoresponders, but I'm sure that all major autoresponders have this functionality, which basically allows you to move your subscriber from one email list to another email list automatically when a certain action happens. So you're going to want to set up these automation rules so that you have at least 2 different lists, if not 3 lists. You're going to have one list as your prospect list. The second list is your committed to buy list. And the third list is your buyer's list. All right. And again, you can set this up in Aweber so that, you know, your first list is your prospect list. Somebody subscribes to your list because they opted in for your lead magnet. They are now a prospect. All right. They've got your lead magnet. They're on your prospect list. And now they go to the sales letter. They see the sales letter. They like it. They're impressed by it. They want to buy it. They click on the order button, and they fill out a form. You know, it's step one of the process to order. And that form puts them on what's called the committed to buy list. And we do this because a lot of people, there's a situation called cart abandonment. And a lot of people abandon the cart. So in other words, they're entering in their credit card details. They're all set to buy. They're committed to buy, right? They're committed to buy, but they get sidetracked somehow. People, you know, their doorbell rings, their wife comes in, asks them a question, their kids are pulling on their shirt tail, wanting to play with them, whatever the case may be, they get sidetracked, okay? So the idea here is you want to capture their email here, and so now they're on your committed to buy list. So back in Aweber, behind the scenes, it's saying, all right, when my subscriber subscribes to my committed to buy list, automatically unsubscribe them from my prospect list. Okay, and again, that's done through the automation rules. So you're moving them from one list to the next. And the same process is with the buyer's list. So when they actually do buy and they get on your buyer's list, in your automation rules, you're going to say, okay, remove them from my prospect list and or my committed to buy list as soon as they subscribe to my buyer's list. And this is of key importance, folks, because you want your marketing message to be tailored to the correct audience. You can't just send out a generic broadcast marketing message to all three groups, all right? You have to market to them very differently, and it's very important that you do that. And when you do this, when you set up your segmentation of your email list, you're going to see a much higher click-through rate and much higher conversion rates on your sales pages. All right, so let's look at the sales pages and the processes here. Now, these are the actual pages that sell your product. Now, sometimes a sales letter is going to work best. Other times a sales video works best, but sometimes a combination of the two as well. So you got the sales video at the top and then some verbiage below, which is something that we did with Solo Ad Secrets. I'm going to show you a couple of actual pages right now to give you some ideas of what we're talking about here. So this is the front end offer that I have for Solo Ad Secrets. Now, hang on, folks. I gotta. Okay, can you guys see that now? You should see a picture of the Solo Ad Secrets page. Let's move that over a bit. All right, so that is the actual long-form sales letter. I apologize for that, guys. It looks like we've got it now. That's the long-form sales letter for Solo Ad Secrets. Okay, this is the front-end offer in the first upsell it would be. And this typically would sell at a low price point of $7. And you see it's just a long-form sales letter. All right? And I'm going to open up another window here so that you can see upsell number 1.
Hey, it's Justin, and I would like to start off.
Justin is my partner on Solo Ad Secrets. And you can see on this one, it's actually, let's move it over a little bit. You should be able to see it all now. This is actually a sales video, and this is for our upsell number 1. So people have bought the front end offer for $7 on the long form sales letter, and then they're taken to upsell number 1. This is upsell number 1, and this product sells for $27. If they choose not to buy this upsell, there's going to be a delayed button here in a few moments, but if they choose not to buy that, there's a link below saying no thanks, and that no thanks link takes them to downsell number 1. So they didn't buy this at 27 bucks. It's going to take them to this page. Okay, so this is going to be Downsell number 1, so you can see just knocked $7. We knocked $10 off the original $27 offer. So upsell number 1 was 27 bucks. They said no, they didn't want it. So we take them to the downsell number 1 for 17 bucks. And the downsell again is the exact same thing minus the bonus. Now, whether they say yes to this or yes to upsell number 1, either way, they're going to be presented with upsell number 2. And upsell number 2, coming up here hopefully, there we go. Upsell number 2 is a coaching package that we offer for solo ad secrets, teaching people how to do solo ads for just $27. And this is a continuity program, okay, meaning monthly recurring revenues, which is so key, okay? Now, the beauty of all of this is it can be 100% automated, all right? Usually nobody needs to have any one-on-one communication, although it can make a huge difference in the number of sales when you're promoting other products. But you know, for lower price points like this, generally speaking, it's set and forget. Once you set up the sales funnel, you can sell it until the end of time, and you don't need to be interacting directly with your audience. In other words, you can be off building other businesses or doing whatever you happen to be doing and still making sales, which is the beauty of online information marketing. I'm just going to flip back to my notes here for you. All right, so you can see the notes again. Sorry for all that runaround, guys, but I thought it was important you see those actual sales letters. All right, now let's talk about influence agents. Influence agents are the things that push people off the fence and encourage them to purchase, all right? So what you want to do is create a high-value piece of content that complements the product that you're trying to sell, okay? This is going to be a bonus of some sort. And then offer that content as a free bonus when the prospect purchases before a deadline or through your link if you're going to be selling affiliate products. But again, I highly encourage you to be setting up your own products, okay? But the idea is it's a bonus. If they act before a certain time, it's going to give them added incentive to do so, and there's some built-in scarcity there as well. Now, like I said, it works twice as good if you give them a deadline to get your bonus. So if it's a fast action bonus, if it's only available for the first 25 people, then they're going to be much more likely to act. Going to be much more likely to act is people don't want to lose out. This scientifically, psychologically, studies have shown that people will do much more to prevent themselves from losing something than they will of gaining something, which is kind of strange, but that's the truth of the matter. So if people feel they're going to lose out on a great deal because it's going to end or it's only available to a certain number of people, your prospects will do much more to try and secure your product. All right. Now here's a little ninja method for you, as we call it, and that is to frame your bonus content as a sales message for your big ticket product. Okay, and this is something that's going to provide massive value up front, and it works best in the form of a sales webinar. So take this webinar that you're on right now as an example. Would you agree that I've provided value so far? I told you that we have a product offer for you at the end, and the fact is that once I tell you what it is, some of you are going to want to take advantage of this offer, and some of you aren't, and that's fine. Now, imagine if in the original sales process I said something like this to you, and if you guys came in through this through the Content Leverage Blueprint, which is a product of mine, you would have seen this, and this is how I framed it. I said that if you're on the fence, this is on my sales letter for Content Leverage Blueprint. If you're on the fence about Content Leverage Blueprint, I understand. I've seen the types of results you can get when you implement the stuff that I teach inside. But the truth is, and you may already know, having the greatest products in the world won't matter if you don't know how to convert them into money. That's where my 4-step formula to 10K per month workshop comes into play. It teaches you everything you need to know in order to build a highly profitable online business. The secrets you will learn on this workshop would normally sell for $97. But because I want you to get the best results possible, I'm going to give it to you for free when you buy Content Leverage Blueprint right now. Okay? Can you see how that would influence someone to get off the fence and actually take action? And I can assure you it does. It works very well. And it gets people to purchase your product and then get onto your webinar as well, which is really key. Now, once they buy, what you do is you send them a receipt so that, you ask them to send them I'm tongue-tied. Once they buy, you ask them to send you your receipt, okay? And they send it to you, and then you send them to another page, which requires them to opt into your already bought list, okay? And that's how they get your access to your bonus, all right? And this, by the way, puts them on your buyer's list so that you can use the automation rules in Aweber, okay? So they opt in, they watch the valuable training, which makes them a special offer on your back-end big ticket offer, and that is where the real money is made. So let's take a look at this, guys. This is your back-end sales funnel, and this is really key. You need to have a back-end sales funnel, all right? One big ticket offer is fine. That's all you need. And your price point needs to be anywhere from $500 to $25,000, all right? Now, your profit, though, your profit margin, the money you actually put in your pocket should be a minimum of $500. And if you're not putting a minimum of $500 into your pocket, it's probably not going to be worth your time and effort. You need to work the numbers, and $500 is sort of the magic number. So this is the most important piece, guys. This is where the majority of your profit is going to be made, and everyone who makes a ton of money online has a big ticket offer on their back end, bar none, okay? If you know someone out there making a lot of money online, it's because they have a back end in place. You know, even if your front end sales process breaks even or even loses you money, you can make it all up here, all right? See, a lot of people, you know, with the front end sales process that we've gone through thus far, it'll just break even. In other words, they'll buy traffic, they'll send traffic to the page, or they'll have JV traffic sent to the page, and all of their profits will go to paying their JVs or paying for that traffic in some way, shape, or form, all right? And that's fine, that's break even. And much of these are even made to break. In other words, they're made to lose a few bucks on the front end, or they're not that they're made to, but they're expected that they often will lose a few bucks on the front end. And that's okay, because if you have your back-end sales funnel in place, you will much more than make up for that in your back-end sales, okay? So, you know, and if you have affiliates driving traffic through your funnel, I mean, it's an incredible thing because they're paying for your front-end traffic. So then you've got, of course, the follow-up email. Now, once you have that, you have them on your already bought list, you want to continue to give them value while introducing them to your back-end sales process, okay? So you're going to have lists and email follow-ups in place, and that namely is going to be your already bought list for your new buyers. And you need to market to these people differently than you would to your prospects and to your committed to buy, because they are a completely different group of people. They have a different mindset. They have a different level of trust with you. They've gone through more of your training, more of your sales process, so you can interact with them much more differently, and you should be, all right? So looking at the sales process for high-ticket products is a bit different, all right? The absolute best way is always going to be live on stage, all right? Now, the next best way is one-on-one phone calls and then webinars. Now, in all cases, you need to hold the attention of your prospect for more than just a few minutes, all right? You need to prove to them that you can add value to their life and then paint a picture of how your product or service will solve their problems that they're currently facing. Now, since live events are few and far between, and most people like me really hate being on stage or doing one-on-one phone sales, the ideal solution for you is going to be to have a phone team, all right? But since that can take months or even years to develop, you know, with good people, the next best thing is to do sales webinars, specifically automated sales webinars if you can. They're like live webinars. You do the live one, record it, and you do it on a replay. These automated webinars are something that can play daily without you needing to be there. Now, you're going to find your conversions are going to be higher with actual live webinars than automated webinars. But automated webinars, allow you to gain some leverage in that you can continue to drive traffic to them. You can do the webinars every day. You can buy traffic from all sorts of resources and drive hordes and hordes of traffic into them and split test them to see which ones work the best. And, like we spoke about earlier on the squeeze page, it's so important to do your split testing and know your numbers. Because if you're split testing your webinars and you know which ones are converting better and you're selling a product at, say $10,000, to increase your conversions by just 1% is absolutely staggering. So you need to be doing your split testing, and a great way to do that is through the automated webinar. And again, that's because you can do it every day. To do a live webinar every day or a couple of times a day, you might not have the time or the energy to do it because it does take some effort. Okay, so the back-end process looks something like this. Okay, after people buy, they're added to your already bought list. Then they start getting emails educating them on conversion and letting them know about a free workshop that teaches this topic. Now, what you're educating them on here, I'm talking about conversion, but it could be any topic, whatever your topic of your workshop is going to be or your webinar is going to be on. Those are what your emails are going to be educating them on that specific topic. Okay, so then they register for the workshop or the webinar, whether it's a live one or a live one, and they show up on the scheduled time. Okay, now on the workshop, they are fully educated on the topic and then given the opportunity to take advantage of a special offer. And this offer is, $2,000 or less. If it is $2,000 or less, you're going to get about a 10 to 25% of those people that hear the offer will buy it. And those are real numbers, and I'm going to show you some in just a moment here. It drops a little bit when you get over 2K. Now, that doesn't mean you can't sell something more than 2K. Like I said, anything from $500 to $25,000 I've seen. Some people sell more than $25,000 products on webinars, but 2,000 seems to be kind of the magic number. You need to work your numbers yourself. It depends on what you're offering and what the value being provided is, in regards to what you're going to offer. Okay? So what I want to do now is go back to the slideshow and show you some very interesting things here. Just give me a moment. So you're going to think this is really cool, I think. So, why is this so important? Let's look at some real life examples here, okay, guys? Let's look at the stats from my recent JV Zoo launch. And as you'll see from our JV Zoo stats since our launch on August the 7th, 2012, so far we've earned a total of $27,507.01, okay, in front-end sales. And yes, by the way, that is a screenshot that I'm working from here, but I'll log into the account in a few minutes just to prove that these are real numbers. And hopefully GoTo won't give me problems when I open up that other screen again. But I'll definitely log in and show you that. But just for simplicity here, for following along and to work my numbers on the presentation, we're going to work from this screenshot. The numbers are actually a little bit bigger now than when I took this shot. But in any case, as you can see, that $27,507 is all from one product. And this is an evergreen product that will continue to sell indefinitely, putting passive income into my pockets month after month, all while I'm off building an online empire, creating the next perpetual income product. Or yes, like some like to say, even sleeping. And that's not a joke. It really does happen. When you create an automated business online, similar to what I just showed you for Solo Ad Secrets and a number of other products I have, these are evergreen, meaning they're always there and they're always selling. They're open 24/7. It's like having a store that's open 24/7 with your best salespeople there and available to sell for you. Okay, traffic prospects are coming in and buying your products all day long, every day. Whether you're sleeping, you're off working on another project, whatever it is, it's just going to continue to grow. And that's a beautiful thing. Now, don't forget that 194 of those sales are for a $27 a month coaching program. So if you look at that, let's look at some numbers here. 27 times 194 equals $5,238 per month, or an additional $62,856 per year, all from one product, okay? But it gets much better because following this very business formula I'm sharing with you right now, I have also a big ticket back-end offer that sells for $49.97. And you'll find, like I said, back-end products typically convert at 10% or more, all right? But get this. On our first webinar, we had 40 people, and 10 people invested in my program. That's a 25% close rate, okay? $4,997 times 10 equals $49,970. Are you starting to see the power of this proven system here? You know, do you think we'll do another webinar? I mean, probably several, right? You know, now just a side note, if you're saying to yourself right now, but you know, I don't have a back-end offer, don't worry because I have you covered, and I'll explain more about that in a bit. But first, let's just go ahead and look at the numbers again. So we've got $27,507 in front-end sales, $62,856 in continuity, and $49,970 in back-end sales. That's a total of $140,333. That, my friends, is a healthy six-figure income. It's over $10K per month, and it's all from one product, okay? And it was all done in the last 4 months. In fact, almost all of it was done in the first 60 days when it launched, okay? And now it just continues to grow organically. And soon, you know, I'll be setting up a traffic campaign to drive continual traffic and sales to this funnel. But the really cool thing is it's still growing while I launch other new products following the exact same model. You know, and just imagine what happens when you add additional products to your offerings. Talk about a compound effect. The numbers just keep getting bigger and bigger, all while adding tremendous value to the lives of your customers and your clients, right? Now, let's just actually quickly log into my JV Zoo stats, and I want to show you those numbers. Just give me a second here, guys. All right, I think you guys can see that now. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. But again, I just want to log in really quickly to show you that, you know, this is the real deal. I'm not goofing with numbers or anything like that. Take a look at our sales reports, and this is the page that you saw a screenshot of. So you can see Solo-Wide Secrets, 5,292. The classroom with bonuses, 11,000. The classroom, this is actually the downsell, 1,870 or 1,870. And then the main product, the front end product, 9,363. Okay, so these are all legitimate numbers, the real deal, just like I said. Okay, and I just wanted to show you that very quickly. All right. So let's get back to our presentation here. I think that's important because unfortunately some people will just throw up a screenshot, and sadly, you know, in this industry there's people that fudge those numbers, and I want you to know that I am the real deal. I'm not making this stuff up. Okay, so there we are back at the slideshow. Okay. So again, guys, that's $140,333, all in about 60 days, and it's all from one product, okay? Plus, I've built a buyer's list, all right? A list of buyers that I can continue to sell to, including other products of mine and affiliate products. You know, this over the course of a year can easily add another $10,000 to my bottom line. So in a nutshell, you know, in this brief overview of everything you need, okay, the next step is to decide where you fit in. What pieces are you missing? And outline your plan of action and put them all in place. Use this as your guide. Personalize it to you, obviously, but don't leave any of the steps out. All right. Now, I want to take a quick poll. Let me see here. You should see it now. All right, so it says, after participating in this training, do you feel like you are more confident in the process and that it will get you to $10,000 per month in the next 3 to 6 months? And if you were one of the 7% earlier that said you were already confident, do you now feel that I've taught you here today, what I taught you here today will take you to the next level, okay? Just answer the poll showing on your screen. If you don't see it, please type a yes or no in the chat box, okay? Let me know how we did here. Excellent. Couple more seconds. If you can answer that poll, yes or no, I'd appreciate it. Great. Okay, I'm going to close the poll in 3, 2, and 1. All right. So, okay. So 91% of the people said yes, and 9% said no. Okay, so there you have it. We have done a complete turnaround from when we started this training. And by the way, 9% of those people say they still are not 100% confident in their business plan. And if that's you, that's okay, okay? Most of the people that answer in that way are generally a bit newer to the business, and some of the stuff that we talked about today may have gone over your head, and that's no problem whatsoever. Hopefully you took some good notes. The more you hear this stuff, the more it makes sense. So if I do put out a replay to this webinar, I recommend that you hop on and watch it again while it's available, okay? And that leads me to this question, all right? And the question is, have I delivered on my promise? Have I delivered on my promise? If you could type yes or no in the chat box, I'd appreciate it. Have I delivered on my promise? Go ahead and type yes or no. Excellent. Yes. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So I see about 50 yeses just came in. Absolutely. Fantastic. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Glenn. Loved it. Excellent. Okay. Great. Thank you, folks, for letting me know. I appreciate the feedback. Okay. So here's the deal. If you liked what I gave you here today for free, you're going to absolutely love the rest of what I have in store for you as a member of my Net Success Inner Circle, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. Now, and speaking of the Net Success Inner Circle, we have come to that part of the presentation where it's time for me to tell you a little bit more about it. So if you're serious about taking your business to the next level, pay close attention, okay? Because I'm going to show you how to take what you learned here today and put it into massive overdrive. Now, the fact of the matter is, when preparing this presentation today, I had two options. Option one was I could show you some cool stuff for about an hour, and then we would part our ways. Or option two was I can extend you this special offer to those of you who are interested in putting into action what I showed you in the easiest, most effective, simplest way to creating your own $10,000 per month business in the next 30 to 90 days. Okay, so if you chose option two, and when you see what I've put together for you, I think you'll be glad that you did. Okay, you see, the fact of the matter is, we all have this problem. Okay, and the problem is bridging the gap between new information and implementation, and it's a huge gap. Some of you think, you got on this call and you got it, but psychologists tell us that you don't, all right? They say that 48 hours from now, you'll have forgotten everything that I talked about. And 16 days from now, you won't remember having even been on this webinar, let alone what we discussed here today. So, you know, this kind of works like your mother said, in one ear and out the other ear, right? So let's talk about your notes. Some of you guys took notes, but even if you did take some notes, let's be straight with each other. Somewhere you've got a place. It's under your bed or, you know, on your bookshelf or in your desk drawer. Maybe it's in the trunk of your car. Somewhere, though, you've got a place, and that's the place where all the notes that you take go, okay? And that's where the notes from this webinar are going to go too. So who's fooling who? I mean, the fact is you're not bridging the gap between new information and taking action. You're not bridging the gap between new information and implementation with one simple little webinar. As good as it was, you need more than that. And what I suggest you need is the Net Success Inner Circle, which is my personal live and interactive coaching program, also known as the Glen Hopkins Inner Circle, or GHIC. Okay? Now, basically, together, we're going to take everything I just outlined here today, and we're going to work together to implement my time-tested and proven business model for you, okay? So that you can have your own online business set up the right way and be well on your way to earning $10,000 per month without getting hung up on the number one thing that stops most people, and that is implementation, all right? So who is my inner circle for? Well, it's for those of you who want to get to $10,000 per month in the fastest time possible, but are not interested in spending years searching for the right solution, you know, buying endless array of products and studying for hours on end, trying to decipher multiple books, reports, and courses, only to be left feeling lost and overwhelmed. It's for those of you who want to accelerate their business to the next level in as little as 3 to 6 months instead of 3 to 6 years, okay? I'm going to clearly lay out my entire time-tested and proven system from start to finish and help you model and implement it for yourself so that it's ready for you to drive traffic to and start building your list and making sales, and that's guaranteed. Now, understand that this is going to be advanced stuff. Obviously, you know, what we've discussed here today is a very good overview, but in reality, there are many more intricate details that you must have in place and implement in order to have real success with it. And, you know, sure, you can attempt to do it all on your own, but the fact is, having a mentor who has already attained the success that you are looking for with a proven plan in hand is much wiser way to go. All right. The Net Success Inner Circle coaching program, it's much like having a personal trainer. I'm going to be there for you every step of the way, explaining to you what you need to do and how to do it. And quite frankly, holding you accountable, okay? This is a business here, and if you want to get serious results, you need to be serious about it. And I know that, that can be tough when you're all on your own. So I, along with the other Inner Circle students, are going to be there for you. Now, success is a 3-step action plan, folks. You determine what you want. Step 2 is you model someone who has already attained what it is you want. And step 3, you do what it takes to make it happen. You do what it takes to make it happen. Now, it's simple, right? But so many people overcomplicate it. So let me ask you a question. Can you follow a recipe? Can you follow a recipe? I mean, listen. If a professional baker were to hand you his proven recipe, teaching you how to bake a perfect apple pie, detailing step by step all of the right ingredients and the order in which to add those ingredients and the correct time and temperature to bake the pie. Plus, he was right there. He was right there to guide you through the entire process and to answer any questions you might have. Do you think you'd be successful at creating an amazing apple pie? Of course you would. I mean, if you follow the baker's proven recipe while under his guidance, you would never end up with a cherry pie, right? I mean, no, you'd always successfully end up with an apple pie. And success in business follows the exact same principle. What you want to do is model successful people. You find a mentor who has attained what it is you hope to attain and model him to fast track your success. All right? They have the proven recipe or roadmap that will take you to where you want to go fast because they know what works and what doesn't. Okay? Now, I think you get it. So let's talk about our outcome here. All right? Our outcome with the Net Success Inner Circle Coaching Program, also known as Glen Hopkins Inner Circle, is to create a hands-free automated business. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have to work, but once in place, much of it will be automated for you and hands-free. Our other part of the outcome or goal is to have other people doing the majority of the work for you. There's no need for you to do it all. So many people get trapped in this, and I'm going to show you how to get other people to do the majority of the work for you so that you can focus on your core competencies, okay? Also, we want to create a passive income, okay? Making sales for you when you are not working, like I talked about earlier. We want this system and this funnel to be automated so that you can continue to make that passive income and have a high ticket income, all right? With your own continuity program, bringing you monthly income and cash flow, as well as a big ticket back end where you're selling a product for anywhere from $500 to $25,000. And this, of course, all wrapped up is going to give you a 6- and 7-figure per year business. 6 figures in the first 3 to 6 months, depending on where you're starting, of course, and a 7-figure business possibly in the 12 to 24-month period, again, depending on where you are starting. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for you. All right, I am going to coach you and mentor you through the entire $10,000 per month business blueprint that I shared with you here on this webinar, leaving no stone unturned. Okay, now like I said, if you take action and do it as I tell you to do, there's no reason why you should not have a 6-figure business within 3 to 6 months and possibly even a 7-figure business within 12 to 24 months. Now, obviously these are guidelines, they are not guarantees. The actual time it takes you to get to where you want to be is largely dependent on how much time and effort you commit to building your business, okay? But don't worry, if for some reason it takes you a bit longer, I've got your back, all right, guys? I will keep coaching you indefinitely until you're making at least $10,000 per month, okay? So you're going to get live bi-weekly webinars for my Inner Circle students only, walking you through all of the necessary steps to creating your 10K a month business, including 8 core training webinars plus numerous other trainings, okay? And during the core webinars, you're going to be able to interact directly with me and ask me questions, any questions that you might have regarding the training, okay? Now, the webinars will also, of course, be made available for replay. So together as a group, we are also going to mastermind your business, okay? I will critique your website and your funnel to ensure your success. You're also going to get access to my weekly Skype hotline. Now, obviously, you're going to have some burning questions along the way that can't wait until the next, the next webinar Q&A session. So once a week, you'll be able to get on Skype and ask me directly those burning questions, all right? And that's very valuable to many, many of my students. You also get Info Marketing Central. Now, IMC, for Info Marketing Central, is our private, by invitation only Facebook community where you can interact with all of my other coaching students. I'm on there on a regular basis, almost every day, interacting with students. You can ask your questions, interact, find people to mastermind with, to JV with. It's a very, very powerful community. It's just an incredible support system filled with like-minded entrepreneurs that, again, you can connect with, mastermind with, joint venture with. Just one connection alone could literally be worth thousands and thousands of dollars to you. That's what a JV partnership can do for you and a mastermind group. You're also going to get lifetime access to my All Access Coaching Club, where you'll have complete access to a tremendous library of training materials and coaching materials that I add to every single month, okay? As an example, you're going to get the Net Success Formula. That's a $1,000 training program I did. Lucrative List Secrets 2.0. That originally sold for $2,000. Solo Ad Secrets, the complete training with all of the upsells and bonuses. Content Leverage Blueprint. Instant Authority. The Net Success Monthly Journal. This is a monthly journal we put out. And so much more that I can't even get into it all right here. And lastly, this one's a real whopper, okay, guys? When you join my inner circle, included is a half-day private one-on-one consultation with me where we'll get on the phone and discuss and strategize your business, okay, guys? Now, I normally charge $1,000 per hour for a private one-on-one consult, so this is of massive value. You get a full half day. So what's the investment? That's what everyone's asking, right? Well, first of all, it's not cheap, okay? If you're looking for a deal, then you can find plenty of other wannabe coaching programs out there ran by people who will gladly take whatever they can get. To buy the education that you need to put together a $10,000 per month business would cost you $20,000 plus. And the only other time that I've offered any kind of coaching program, clients paid me $8,500 to participate, and I can tell you it was worth every cent. Okay, but keep in mind that if this program is worth anything at all, then you should be making money many times your investment within months and not years, okay? So right now, you should know that my Inner Circle Coaching Club is closed to the public and it's by invitation only, okay? And that's because of the personal time that I put into working with each student. I can only take a very limited number of students at a time. For now, I can only open the doors for 10 people at a time, 10 new coaching students by invitation only. And I should say I've already got a handful of people in there, so I believe there's 4 spots available right now before we start the next training. So even though it's not cheap, I want you to know that pricing this program at a level outside of the price range of most potential candidates would not be a wise business decision for me. But for those of you who are accepted into the program, the investment will be insignificant compared to what you can make, period, okay? So who am I looking for? Well, I want to work with you as a coaching client. Well, if you're gorgeous, I had to put that in there. But seriously, I want to work with you if you've been spending the last few years or possibly, if you've been spending the last few months or even years possibly struggling online, because you've never had your own high converting sales funnel until now. And so you can immediately see the value in this. If you immediately see the value in this, I want to work with you. I want to work with you if you're ready to take action, okay? Taking action is so key. Sitting around wishful thinking is not going to cut it. If you are passionate and willing to put in a bare minimum of 30 minutes a day building your new business and profit funnel, that is awesome. We can look at working together. The more time, obviously, you put into it, the better. I want to work with you, if you want to work with me up close and personal to build your very own online business capable of making you $10,000 or more per month. Okay? Now, this is not for you if you're a moaner, if you're a whiner, or you're an excuse maker. If you were in the past, that's okay, but not now. If you're going to be in this program, you cannot moan, whine, or make excuses. This is for people that are willing to take action. All right? This is not for you if you think that this is one of those push-button money-making programs that makes you $1 million by next week with absolutely no work. I mean, it's not. This, for this to work, you must be committed to following the plan and taking action. You must be implementing the necessary steps for this to work for you. So, it's not for you if you're not willing to do that, and it's not for you if you already have your own profit-producing sales funnel that's generating you $10K per month or more. If you already have a sales funnel making you that kind of money, you're good to go. This particular program is not for you. Maybe we can look at working on something else together. And it's not for you if you're looking, to only make a part-time income, like maybe a couple $100 a week or something. This is for people that want to be making $10K or more per month. Okay? So think about it. If you had me on your side as your coach and mentor, how different would your life be? I mean, you'll no longer have that haunting feeling inside, feeling lost and overwhelmed, not knowing which way to turn, because you'll have complete clarity, folks, on what you need to do and what you don't need to do. All right? So many people get caught up, lost, confused, and frustrated, not knowing what to do. You're going to have complete clarity. You'll have a clear path because you'll know your outcome, you'll know what it is, and you'll know the exact steps you need to take to achieve it by modeling a time-tested and proven business plan. Okay? So think about it. You're going to go from feeling lost and confused to feeling focused and confident. All right? Never again are you going to lay in bed, awake at night, feeling stressed and anxious, not knowing why your business isn't making the money you know it can be making. And no longer will you wake up in the morning not knowing which direction to go or what to do next, because I will be there giving you clear direction on exactly what you need to do to build a 10K per month business and how to get it done. Plus, you'll have a community of like-minded entrepreneurs with whom you can interact and share ideas, and of course, joint venture with and take your business to the next level and even further. All right? Now, imagine what it's going to feel like having a business in place capable of making you $10,000 per month or more. I mean, what would that mean to your family? What would it mean to your lifestyle? What could you do with that extra additional income? Maybe you'd want to send your kids to college, or pay off your mortgage, buy that dream car that you've always wanted, or go on vacations, donate to charities perhaps, or save for your retirement. I mean, that's completely up to you, but think about it. What would you do with it? What would you do? How would it affect your life? I want you to think about that, okay? Because having a coach and a mentor help you implement a proven system like this can change your life forever if you let it. If you let it. Now, just to recap, if you're accepted as a client, here's what's on the table. You will be handed a complete system with detailed personal training on how to create your own online business capable of making you $10,000 or more per month. But what you won't have is that constant feeling of loss and overwhelm, not knowing who to listen to and in what direction to place your focus, okay? Because now you'll be able to wake up in the morning knowing exactly where to place your focus and what you need to do to meet with success, okay? It will be just like having an apple pie recipe, a system for your own online business success. Now, if you've never made any money before, just imagine what it will be like to start making your first sale. If you've already made a few sales, what it'll be like if you can scale to $10,000 per month or more in the next 90 days. Just imagine actually having money coming in rather than going out, okay? 99% of people in internet marketing never get to experience this. And, it's all because they don't have the right business model in place. And I can tell you from experience that seeing money coming into my bank account every day, it's nice, okay? And if I told you that this was possible when I first started out, I wouldn't have believed you, right? And now in the next few days, this could be completely and entirely possible for you, okay? But you need to understand that this is very time sensitive, and it's limited to just 4 people. I have 10 people here when I wrote up the webinar, but there's only 4 spots available that are left, and we are starting training very soon, okay? So let me see. What I want you to do is go right now and apply for my Inner Circle coaching as a client and start building your 10K business, okay? And you can apply right now at get10kcoaching.com. There are only 4 spots available, not 10 anymore, only 4 spots left. This offer is available tonight and throughout today as well for only 4 people, okay? 4 new coaching clients only is what I'm able to accept right now. And if accepted into the program as a client, we will quickly get you to work on creating your $10,000 per month online business ready to deposit cash into your bank account. So go ahead. You can apply right now. You don't need to wait. Go over to get10kcoaching.com. So here's what you need to do next. Go over to get10kcoaching.com. Complete step number 1 of your application process right now. And sometime within the next 48 hours, I will call you back personally for a 20 to 30 minute telephone consult, okay? It could be as early as tonight or tomorrow. And if we have a fit, if there's a fit there, you will be accepted into the program and we will get started on building your business. So again, you just go over to Get 10K Coaching. And once you click on that link and visit that link, this is what you are going to see. The page looks like this. It's a quick application form to fill out. Please take your time in filling it out, okay? It does matter. I want to make sure that you're a good fit, and if it looks like you are a good fit, I will indeed give you a call to have a chat, okay? So folks, remember the golden rule to making money online, and that is to find a proven system and model a trusted authority who has already attained what it is you want to attain. In this case, we're talking about a $10,000 per month business. Now, as an Inner Circle coaching client, you will be taught my proven system by me, your trusted authority. So, are you ready to start turning your time into money? If you are, I seriously highly recommend that you go over and fill out the application at Get 10K Coaching. Just think, you could spend years of your life and tens of thousands of dollars, just like I did, buying up every flashy new product and course, promising you the world, and spending years researching and studying and trying to break the code by yourself. Or you can make the smart and easy decision and apply to become an Inner Circle client, okay? And finally start making money, the money that you've always dreamed of. So just go to the link below and apply right now. There are 4 spots of the 10 remaining. We will be starting the training very soon. Go to get10kcoaching.com, okay? And again, just a warning, there are only 4 spots remaining that are currently available. So if you are serious and you're 100% committed to doing well with this, go ahead and apply right now at get10kcoaching.com. Once all of the remaining 4 of the 10 spots are taken, this offer will be withdrawn for good. So you need to do this now if you're interested in starting to build your business and getting it to that 10K a month level. All right. If you guys have questions, you can type them in the chat box, or if you'd like them to be more, direct, one-on-one, personal. I am on Facebook for much of the day, so if you want to get on Facebook, you can visit my my Facebook page at glenhopkins.com/Facebook, and that will redirect you to my Facebook page, where you can message me and we can chat there if you prefer. Again, that's glenhopkins.com/Facebook. And also, of course, go over and apply right now at get10kcoaching.com. Okay? Oh, and as promised, guys, to download the entire training to turn your subscribers into buyers, which is what I promised you at the beginning of the webinar, what you want to do is go to this link. It's netsuccesssystems.com/webinar-bonus. netsuccesssystems.com/webinar-bonus. That's where you will be able to download that free training, Turn Your Subscribers into Buyers. Okay? Hopefully you got that down. In the meantime, you should be going over right now to Get 10K Coaching to fill out the application. And again, if you have any questions that you'd like to chat with me about via Facebook, I'm happy to do that. Go over to glenhopkins.com/Facebook, and that will redirect you to my page, and we can chat there if you'd like. Again, you can always ask some questions within the chat box here. So that's the end of my slideshow. I'm just going to leave that up for you to take a look at. and I'll address some questions that are coming in here through the chat. So again, if you guys have your own questions, feel free to ask them. 1 second. Just going to open up my chat box a bit bigger so it's easier to see. Excellent. All right, I got this open up. Wow, there's lots of... Seeing all those yeses from before, it's amazing. Okay, so Mark, no, you will be working directly with me. I will be the guy who's coaching you. I don't hire this out because, frankly, the majority of so-called coaches out there have never created a 10K per month business, and so I will personally be coaching you. Okay. Chris is saying, thanks for the fantastic info. What's the cost of the coaching program? That's something we will talk about on the phone. Okay, this, like I said, it's not cheap, but it's for serious candidates only. If you are serious and you're interested, let me just say that your investment here in the inner circle will be far less than what you were actually making within months. All right, and we can talk about that one-on-one if you'd like, Chris. No problem. Okay. What's the download link again? Well, for the application, you're going to want to go over to get10kcoaching.com, and I'll just back up. For the training, it's netsuccessystems.com/webinar-bonus. All right. And the last link was glenhopkins.com/Facebook if you want to talk to me via Facebook directly. Okay. Now, Jason says, does this mean that I can expect to be making 10K per month in the next 3 to 6 months from now? Well, you know, listen, guys, for obvious reasons, I can't say how long it's going to take you. Everyone is different. There are many variables involved, including how far along you already are in your business, your marketing experience, and most importantly, how much time and effort you're committed to putting into this, and, you know, how well you take direction. You know, implementation is so key. So it's really up to you, the individual, just how long it will take you. But, you know, there's 2 things that I can guarantee you. One is that I'm going to teach you my step-by-step, the exact system that I personally use to make over 10K per month, just like I showed you here on this webinar. And however long it takes you, I will be here to coach you indefinitely, okay? I'm here to stay, guys. I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, I've been online for 12 years. I've got a reputation, and I want to be here working with you. I'm committed to your success as long as you are, okay? I am committed to your success as long as you are. So I'm going to be here 60 days from now, and I'll be here 6 years from now. And that's because I always give back at least 10 times, if not 100 times, what my customers and clients give me, all right? So that's really important that you know that. I am here for your success. Your success is my success, guys. Okay? So actually, I see some people on my Facebook already, which is great, so that's fine. I'll be with you in a moment, guys. I guess then, guys, in closing, I just want to say that, you know, if this webinar and what I had to say here today resonated with you, then I encourage you to take action and apply right now. You know, you can do this, guys. You deserve success, and God knows if I can do it, so can you. So, you know, the question is, how much longer are you willing to, you know, live your life the way it is? You know, how soon is too soon to model a proven system and a mentor in order to have what it is you truly want and desire? You know, do you want to stay where you are another month, another year perhaps? I mean, if you do, I don't know why. There's no time like the present, as they say. So the question again is, how soon is too soon to have what you want? Because if you want it, it's there for the taking, guys. Just think, you know, how different your life will be, you know, having me as your coach to answer your questions and guide you through the process of a proven system. No longer will you, you know, be going to bed at night feeling anxious or waking up in the morning not knowing which direction to turn, because you will have complete clarity and confidence knowing that you're creating a real business following a proven plan for getting you to 10K per month and beyond. So the ball is in your court, guys, and yes, I am talking to you. You listening to me right now, I am talking to you. The ball is in your court. You now have a choice that you can make. You can continue buying up every last shiny object, promising the world, and spending countless months and even years continuing to struggle, trying to piece together that endless puzzle. Or you can apply to become a part of my inner circle, leaving all of that nonsense behind once and for all. So go ahead now and apply at Get 10K Coaching, and good luck to you. I'm looking forward to reading your applications and meeting you. This is Glen Hopkins signing out, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.